This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Nobody wants to rebuild. There's nothing to rebuild for.
Nearly 2 years after the Little Valley Fire destroyed 23 homes, residents are still coping with their losses. And that is our big story at 5:30. Kind of hard to look at some of the pictures there. Last week, you might remember that a jury ruled that the Nevada Division of Forestry was liable for the damages from that wildfire. I'm Landon Miller.
And I'm Kristen Revington. Thanks for keeping it here with us tonight. And as we've learned, it was NDF's controlled burn that caused all that destruction. Paul Nelson spoke with one of the victims and joins us now live in the newsroom. And Paul, this has been a struggle for everyone affected by the Little Valley Fire.
Yeah, it's been devastating, Kristen, and homeowners are still struggling. Of the 23 homes that burned down, only a few of them are being rebuilt. And many others don't plan on replacing their homes because the places they used to call home are much different now. It's a story you'll see only on 2.
It was a haul wagon that was used to haul wood from the pine nut ranges. This was all manicured, watered, beautiful lawn. The heat killed that big fir tree. This is so friggin' sad.
Debbie Sheltra is visiting what she used to call her Shangri-La, tucked in the woods in Washoe Valley. She bought the 5.5-acre property in 1973 and built a house and a life here. But those are all memories now.
It was beautiful. It was green. I had pastures. I had a barn. I had gardens. I raised my children here, and it's all wasted now.
What she spent most of her life creating, the Little Valley Fire destroyed in a few hours. Her house, barn, and the trees that used to surround them, including an orchard.
So this was a peach tree. That was a peach tree.
But she says she lost a lot more than that.
My heart, my spirit, my whole dedication to my adult way of life.
This fountain once sat on the deck. It's still here, and so is the garage. But Sheltra says restoring the rest is impossible, so she's moving on.
I could never come back here. I'm too old. I can't redo all this. I did it. I planted most of what you see, and I just don't have it in me anymore to do that again.
Nature is making a comeback.
The flowers were still alive in there, the roses, but I had no way to water them.
But it'll take a long time before this land is ever the same.
200 years from now it can be.
Her plan is to reinstall water and power and sell the property.
It makes me cry. It makes me sick because it was such a beautiful, it was my Shangri-La.
Sheltra says her land alone was worth about $500,000 before the fire. She expects less than $100,000 from the state unless her attorneys can change that. She's now living on the other side of Washoe Valley. Covering the big story live in the newsroom, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.